So this video is sort of impromptu where I want to talk about resources in the game, primarily silverstars and shells. And I do want to say that this video is probably going to be more useful for tryhards, should I say, or non-casual players in Tales of Wind, because to be farming shells and silver stars to a degree where it actually helps out a lot in the game, you do need to invest quite a bit of your time and effort. So I'll just start out by saying that if you are not using a Silver Stars guild, that's where you need to start. What I mean by Silver Stars guild is basically you or one or two other friends run the guild to maximize the silver stars you gain, as well as other resources. So as for me, I have my own silver stars guild, and you need 30 accounts to be able to run it. What that means is myself, and I need to have 29 alts to make sure I have activities on certain days to be able to hoard, let's say, all the resources that I need. So the events that give you a lot of silver stars is Territory War. And if you're in Radiant Rebirth, it's going to be Temple of Light as well. So with Territory War, let's begin here. I actually screwed up this month because yesterday I should have logged in 30 alts in order for Territory War to activate. So as you can see, in order for you to be included in matchmaking, you need to have, this is actually wrong, it's not 40 activity, it's 30. They updated this, so you can have less activity now, but you want to make sure that on Sunday you have 30 activity, but technically only once a month. So the season reset today, so what I should have done was yesterday I should have logged in 30 accounts, but I missed one account and I have 29 activity, which really sucks honestly, but oh well. But that's okay because next week or this Sunday I can log in 30 alts again, and that will actually activate Territory War for next week. However, the silver stars that you will get for participating will be less, and I don't exactly know how the numbers work there, but just know that if you don't have activity at the end of the season, just before the season resets on Sunday, you won't be able to get the full maximum silver stars from Territory War, but you can still activate it even if you miss. So this week I can't, but next week I should be able to participate. All right, and so the next season is going to be the 28th. So on the 28th, which is probably a Sunday, you want to log in 30 so that in the new season you are able to be matched with other cross-server guilds. So the silver stars you get from Territory War falls between I would say anywhere from 40 million to like 60 million silver stars if you do it on your own. But if you share your silver stars guild, let's say with one or two other people, it'll just divide it equally between the 2 or 3. So like 30 million and or 20 20 20, if that makes sense. So honestly, eventually what you want to do is have your own silver stars guild, but if you like playing with your friends, I would say 1 or 2 other people that you want to play with is probably best to maximize accruing, hoarding resources. The other thing that's going to be helpful is in Radiant Rebirth, it's going to be Temple of Light. Temple of Light, I don't think there really is a condition you need to meet for activity, but you do need to have guild fund. Yeah, you need to have guild funds to open it. I think it was like 10k guild funds to open it. I can't remember exactly. What you needed to do to activate it. I just know that guild funds is what you need. I can't remember the exact amount you needed. But when you make your own silver stars guild, you want to make sure you are doing everything to accrue guild funds. Like for me, it doesn't matter anymore because in higher level servers, we don't have Temple of Light anymore. So I think some of the things that helps you with guild fund is doing Coco, making sure that you do all the dailies and KE to get those kingdom fame or whatever that you donate to kingdom, and just do the guild events like Raccoon and stuff like that. It might be a little bit difficult, but with a help of a friend, it's pretty doable when you start that out. But Temple of Light honestly gave a lot of silver stars too. You get, I think, 50 million total silver stars that you can split between you and your friends. I mean, if you're a DPS and you can solo Temple of Light, then you can just hoard the 50 million silver stars for your own. Now once Temple of Light is gone, you have Verdict Glory, and this gives good resources like rewards, but not necessarily a lot of silver stars, because it's going to be very hard for you to be the only guild, and you're going to need pierce whales, or you need to be a pierce whale on your own to be able to get to 600 points. But just know that some people have been able to do like solo verdict glory and get a lot of silver stars plus a lot of free spirals, but I honestly think it is too much effort. Yeah, it's too much effort, even with the help of a friend or two. Like, you're gonna need like 140 activity or something, and every week or something. I don't, was it every week? But oh, whenever no, whenever you get when you reset alliance, I think. And like, yeah, it's just too much. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say, like, this is not, in an ideal world it would be nice, but it's just not possible unless you have a lot of time in your hands. Yeah, and not without help. Okay, but anyways, that's guild. Now the other thing that I feel that everyone really should take advantage of doing is cargo. I mean, cargo is incredibly important. I don't have a lot of free shells, but I try to refresh my cargoes for more shells. Like, my goal is always to get something closer to 1 million shells. Like this one, I think I would go, yeah, I would go for this. Now, if you are saving up your free spirals for accessories, etc., it's fine if you don't use your free spirals to get cargoes like me. Just do the cargoes that you can. Just do all of the cargoes, even if they're small shell amount, because it still helps. The reason why I'm using my free shells is because I can afford to, because I don't need to do accessories anymore technically. And yeah, it really depends on how important your free spirals are, and at what point in the game you are. In later game, free spirals is still important, but not as much, if that makes sense. I mean, the only thing that I'm really needing to spend my free spirals on now is like in verdict auction, I think. Yeah, verdict auction, you get some stuff that you can get with free spirals, which is actually great. And like lotus fruit, these stuff I always try to get. Yeah, I always try to get these: lotus fruit, purple mech, violet crystal. I don't take these anymore. I take this sometimes. Yeah, so usually I do have enough spirals to be able to get all of this, like this one and this one. and this one week. No, I'm sorry. This one weekly. This one whenever I have spare spirals, and violet crystal, which is a monthly limit, so I eventually get it every month. Yeah, so early game though, you're gonna be spending all of your free spirals here on your accessory. I could still work on my accessory honestly, especially with extraction, but it isn't really my priority right now. My priority right now is my war mount medals, really. Okay, but that's where you can get shells. The other places you can get shells is Gate of Time. When you get ranking, these are first clear rewards. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you get shell or silver stars rewards for ranking here, and you also get red stardust. But I feel like red stardust here compared to the amount you get from Starfall Revelation is it's very mediocre. But I would say definitely do SF ranking if you can, if you have a team with you, or you can get carried by whales if you have some whale friends, and make sure you always thank them if you are free to play, and also like not AFK it. But anyways, yeah, Starfall gives a lot of free resources, shells, like 8 million shells every week. I think if you're ranked in top 1 and top 2 is like 7. I can't quite remember honestly, but yeah, shells is there. But the best thing is really the red dust that you get from here. If you do solo challenge, and if you rank in the solo rankings, you can also get like 170, 60 red dust and some shells depending on where you rank. So yeah, Starfall Revelation is a really good place to farm resources as well. And of course, need I say, farm shells on your alts. Like, take them to Misty. So that you can sell their drops, and then whenever you have something you want to sell, you can sell your things to your alts. I think I already made a video on that before, so the other place that you can potentially look or work on to farm shells and silver stars honestly, do all of your dailies, do all the important events. World boss also helps if you are the last person to hit the boss, or you do the most damage. I think you need to be the last one to hit the boss. Yeah, you get 500, so 500,000 shells each, so you can get technically 2 million shells for hitting the boss last every time. But this is more ideal if your server is very much dead and you're the only one who's doing world boss. if there's others farming shells that way, it's gonna be, I don't know if it's worth the effort. And then you have, on Fridays and Saturdays, you have ancient ruin bosses, so ruins boss, which you have at 2 p.m. Yeah, 2 p.m. and then you have it at 10 p.m. at night till time. Yeah. So especially if you're in a solo guild, silverstars guild, and you're the only one doing the damage to the boss in your guild, and you rank within the top 5 guilds to hit the boss doing the most damage, you get a lot of silver stars. I can't remember exactly how much, but you do get a lot. So if you don't miss any of those times to do ancient ruins boss, you will also be able to gain a lot of silver stars. I feel like I've been mixing things up with silver stars and shells. Oh well, with shells, alts, honestly, alts is really the only solution outside of SF and doing misty runs. And why are silver stars and shells important? Well, for shells, with shells, you can buy shiny soul pearls. You technically use it for almost everything. Your guardian, your war mount, especially the war mount medals that you can buy from the shop if people drop them. Gears, silver stars, you need them for advancing everything in the game. So you can, there is no such thing as having too much shells or silver stars. So if you are not a casual player and you are a tryhard, then you want to make sure you have a silver stars guild and do all the important content in the game, especially in light of anniversary, cause phase 1 is over today, and then they just announced actually that phase 2 is happening and we have the shell event. Okay, so as you can see, we have anniversary blessing on the 9th, which is going to be like next week, I believe. This is where you spend shells to get a lot of good resources. The other 2 events that I'm looking forward to are Outfit Encore and Raccoon's Coffee. Like, I'll probably talk about these 2 events when they come in future videos. But yeah, that's all I have for this video. This was very impromptu yap session.